Hello, this is Cody Leslie. Gonna go over my discourse community media lab on small school football. And really, small school football for me is it's kind of something that's kind of close to my heart. So it's something I'm excited to talk with you guys about today and in my podcast with my coach. The purpose of my media lab is to really give people the idea of what the difference between the big school football teams are and small school football teams. I played on a very small school football team. It's actually eight-man football for 4 years. So it's kind of something I want to give you guys a little bit of a closer look into. And I want you guys to better understand the community of football as a whole, because there's a lot more behind football than just throwing the old pigskin around. It actually comes down to the fans, the players, the coach, the people supporting the team, the boosters, the school as a whole. So there's a lot behind it, and that's something I kind of touch on a little bit. And the last thing I want to go ahead and touch on is the dialect and the communication of a football team and of my coach and things of that sort. So some of the questions that I'm going to go ahead and go over in my specific media lab are going to be first, what are some of the cultural differences between eight-man football and 11-man football, which is going to kind of be the first part, like I mentioned, between the difference in big school and small school football. The second is what are some of the values that you believe are instilled into the players who play football on a small team rather than on a big team. And that's going to be specifically targeted towards my coach, so he can answer that one himself. Next is there a common respect and communication between coaches? And what kind of community do you guys keep and work to create as coaches? After that, I'm going to go ahead and ask him a little bit about, does he feel that eight-man football players and coaches are a part of a community as a whole? And what is the difference between the overall community and each community behind each team? And that's going to be kind of targeted at small school football as a whole, like I mentioned, and not just my school anymore. So the whole discourse community, rather than just the specific discourse community behind my school and my team. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what are the characteristics of eight-man football community and what are some of the similar characteristics between eight-man football team communities. So those are going to be the questions I'm going to go ahead and be asking my coach. And I think that it's from what I already understand and how I've talked with my coach in the past, I think this is going to be a really good opportunity and a really good discussion between me and him.